think we're live, right? Let's play some cards. We've got our Polar Lime Seltzer. We've got a very blue browser window here. Let's give you the full screen treatment. So, what are we doing today? We are waiting for the big blind, and we are going to play. Excuse me. We are going to play some 10-cent, 25-cent pot limit Omaha in what is already looking like a very cheap table. I don't know. It's not even 7:30 yet on a Thursday. I don't know if that is a slow time for ignition, but well, whatever. Let's see what we got here. I mean, we've got a couple short stacks to play against. Maybe we'll just kind of. Oh no, we got some more players coming. Usually it takes a minute or two, but the table will fill. Trash hand will probably flop like a boat or something. Nope. So, why PLO? Why are we here? What are we doing? And why do I have... Well, I have the Global Poker sign up, but I don't feel like changing... Oh, I do have to change my description. That's on me. I should have done that. Yeah. 25 PLO ignition. And okay, double suited cards. What do we flop? Top pair and open ender. Actually, it's more of a wrap. I'll just pot it. Let's see where this goes. We don't have a great kicker, but we can improve. Now we have. I mean, we got to get it in here, right? No. Or do we just call and see what the river is? Let's just call. Black. Really bad river card. And we'll check it back. Yeah. It's a brutal game. It's a brutal game. All right. We need more blood here. I don't want to just... So we're doing some 25 PLO. We've got 5 bullets. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully we won't have to use all of them. Hopefully we only use this one. We're down $5 already because we didn't get there on the river. I thought about just jamming that turn, but we were going to get called, so we saved ourselves a few bucks by having the board pair. Probably could have bluffed it. I don't know that it would have gotten through. I am very new to PLO. I mean, I've known about the game for quite some time. I don't get this out of view here. And I've dabbled in it. I've read up on it here and there, but I want to get into it more and more. So I've been kind of studying up on it and playing some micro stakes on Global and Ignition. I'm finding the Ignition software to be a very big plus. It's not that I like Global. I don't like Global. We've talked about this. I love Global. Would have just flopped a straight. Hate that. Should have... Oh, we might have won a few bucks. Probably should have played my... All right. So Global, I do like Global, but sometimes their software can really kind of grind you to a halt. And maybe it's just because I play a lot of it on my phone. Oh, this is a loose call here. We're only 3-handed. Oh, boo. Aces and tens. Do we pot it and try to take it down? I mean, this guy checked to us last time. All right. We take it down on a bluff. This is one thing that I kind of find to be very annoying about Ignition is that there's a lot of like rat holing. Like players will jump into a table and win a couple hands and then just bounce, and sometimes it can leave you with really short tables, um, which is fine. But I don't really. I'd like to. It's probably better for you guys because you get more hands to see. But I'd like to be able to like fold a hand or two and kind of talk for a little bit and just kind of go over what we're trying to do here. Double suited. Double suited garbage. The blue is kind of cool, but you can see it like on my face. So I don't know if the blue hue is too distracting. Um, so yeah, global can be a little bit. I might just kind of take my time and wait a few seconds to fold, see if someone else jumps in the game. So global could be a little tough for PLO, especially if you're not getting hands and you're just kind of leaking away your money, and it just. But the rake back on global is fantastic, and I've been kind of I've been chipping up my global rake back. We're gonna pot it with kings here. Too many spades, not enough hearts, but we do have kings, and we flopped a boat. That's outstanding. So let's see. Let's check. This guy's been known to fire away, so maybe he hit maybe he hit queens or something, or maybe he hit no, maybe not. We don't want to scare him off, but we do have to bet at some point. Problem with being only three-handed, not all of your opponents are going to get hands. Plus we had a deuce, so we blocked him having a deuce, which would have been pretty sweet. So I don't know. We may do PLO on global at some point, but I just find the ignition software to be just so much easier. A double suited eights. I know I should be potting it probably three-handed, but I've been trying to play a very, I don't know, we'll say timid style while I'm learning. Got aces and queens with a king kicker. Not bad. We don't really improve, but I think we might be all right. So I'm just going to call off and take it down. There's really no reason to raise there because all that's going to do is open it up for him to bluff more. He was sort of naming his own price. So we can peg this guy as kind of a loose cannon. But he hasn't really called off when we've bet with the stones. So yeah, we may do some global PLO at some point, but I just think ignition is just way smoother. It is maybe a little bit too fast at some points in some ways because sometimes, especially since I'm somewhat newer to PLO, like you might lose. I might be in a pot, get to the river, call it down, and then okay, so top pair. I think it's worth a bet. Top pair, gut shot. Ooh. We block ourselves with the hearts, but we have so much equity here, I can't really see us getting away. And now we have the nuts, so I'll just let him bet it. I don't think I think we can go small here. See if we get a crying call. I mean, the heart definitely slowed him down. Yeah. He might be better than we're giving him credit for. Nines. Hands like nines, tens, jacks are usually worth seeing a flop, and we're in position. Probably could have called a raise there, but it's a new player, and yeah, this guy's we've seen him fire off, and we didn't have much to go with our nines. So yeah, ignition can be a little too fast sometimes because they flash, they show the winner, they push the cards, they push the pot, and it can all like happen so quickly. Where with global, it's slow enough to the point we got aces, single suit, which is we're oversuited. But yeah, global it's a little slower, so you can kind of see It's a little bit easier to look up hand history. Flop top set. I do like that. I don't want to. We do block straights. I don't want to scare everybody off, but I do feel like a bet is in order. Maybe not. Maybe we should have. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like when we raise pre and then we flop a set of aces. Um, how, especially multi-way, is that a hand we just check back and see a turn? We got ace king here. We're flopping. We're doing all right here. Um, I don't think we necessarily need to bet this. We got a loose cannon over here that we can just check call. How much equity? I mean, we have backdoor hearts. We have a gut shot to a wheel. No, we don't even really have a gut shot. We have a backdoor wheel draw. We have a spade, but now we. That's a good bluff card for him if he wants to go there. Yeah, I think we might give that one up. Also, one reason that we will probably get more into global over ignition. I guess global and ignition are really the two sides I've played on. And I also think it's worth seeing a flop of the suited ace. We got a raise and a mid click and a mid click. Blah. Out of position. I'm going to try to narrate as much of this as possible. I don't know. I don't know if my information will be valuable because I'm not, at least with Hold'em, I am like at least 90% sure on most things when I go over like strategy and mindset and what I should and shouldn't be doing. PLO, in tight spots, I kind of don't know. Oh. Ace is a gain. On the button. I don't. We could just call. Let's just call and see what happens here. That way, if we do flop that ace, we don't. It's actually a pretty horrendous flop for us. No spades. Jack 10 is already there. Sets of kings, sets of queens, sets of nines beat us. I think this is actually just a fold. So let's see if we're. Oh, yep. We can't be like 4-bet jamming there. Nines, yep, set of nines versus set of kings. And we are correct. We didn't, I mean, ace jack would have been, we didn't have a jack. So pat on the back there for, I mean, had we raised that? Well, where was, yeah, so kings was in the small blind. So had we potted it, repotted it on the button, I think that's a slam dunk 4-bet. I mean, it's a 4-bet, right, for the kings being in the small blind because I could be doing that a little wider. I could have a few hands to do that. I could do that with queens in a sense, or I could do that with like a double suited run. Oof, we are just flopping some. We're getting dealt some serious equity here. I'm honestly not even paying attention to my stack size right now. It's some kind of weird wrap that we have. Let's pot out of the gate. So an 8, a not 8, a 10, a jack, or a queen gives us a straight, right? The nut straight. I think we roll with it. We have a pair. We have. It's all yeah, and we can't continue because a set of kings has us beat. This game can be brutal. This game can be pretty brutal. But we're okay. We're hovering around even. I feel like maybe we haven't maximized some of our best hands, which is kind of frustrating. Like in this game, I don't know, maybe it's the rake. I haven't noticed Ignition's rake to be too out of line. But anyway, let's remind everybody to please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends. Drop a line or two down in the comments. Curious to know, what do you think about PLO? Should we do it more often? Could it be a once a week thing where we just play some cash? When I Pair of deuces is trash. Our ace isn't suited. I'll just fold it. When I started pre-recording these vlogs and doing minimal editing, we did start off with some cash on ignition, but that was mostly fast fold. It was, we have kind of bad kings, but we can bump it up a little bit. So yeah, when I started doing this, I would just pre-record this guy. This might even be a fold because we don't have anything other than the kings and the 5 and the 6. I mean, we lose the. It's too conservative a fold, and I get the feeling we're going to see it anyway. Yep. Yeah, I mean, are we going to go to the river with that with an identical stack against an identical stack, or you actually had us covered? All right. Worth noting, I don't think he's shown down. Yeah, maybe I need to pay better attention. I don't think he's shown down any garbage. Player 4. Player 3 wins with. Player 3 wins. He hasn't. Player 4 wins with 2 pair kings and 3s. I mean, this doesn't. There's obviously way more to it than this. So yeah, he hasn't shown. Whoops. Nope. He hasn't shown us any utter trash yet. But he enters pots and he will often raise. Ooh, straight flush draw. So yeah, so as far as tonight, we're gonna play PLO. I'm hoping for the next hour or so, until a little before 9 o'clock, when we'll take a break, and then we'll come back at 9:05, and we're gonna play a satellite. We're gonna play a 25-cent satellite to get into Global's Thunder Micro Series. We'll figure out the name of it in a little bit. All right, we got a run here with a bottom gap. Bottom gaps are fine, double suited. This is probably something we should be like raising or potting, but I'm kind of in the spot where I don't mind leaving a little bit of that on the table to try to flop big. Why are you doing that? Apologize if you saw that. I don't know. That was just HP giving me an alert, and I will have to make a note to shut that off. Don't be messing up my PLO session, HP. No, I don't want you to make changes to my device. Probably because I haven't. We have a printer that works off Wi-Fi, and since I got this new CPU here, I have not, or this new desktop, I should say. Since I got this new desktop, I haven't linked it to the printer. But I'm not going to be printing too much from this. Our phones are hooked up to it, so let it fly. Suited ace, the rest is trash. I mean, the ace and the 10 connect, the 5 and the 7, they don't all connect with each other, and we flop a meaningless gut shot. That is one thing in this game. You must use 2 cards, and only 2 cards, in your 4-card hand, in your 4-card holding. So a suited jacks, single suit, 7-9, they're all connected. This will be worth seeing. I mean, jacks, I kind of have a rule of thumb. Why do I feel like? Oh no, is this the same guy? New player? Shoot. HP, I didn't notice. I mean, why is he posting? Did he miss a hand? That's weird. Did he maybe get disconnected? Sometimes they make you do that. So I've kind of played a rule of thumb. Raise pre with aces and kings. This is, raise first in. Raise with aces and kings. See a flop with queens and jacks. We're seeing a flop anyway with queens and jacks. Tens and nines can kind of go either way depending on what you have, but worth it being in there. Or at least like aces and kings, raise. Queens, maybe raise depending on what else you have with it. This is total garbage. This guy snaps, so we'll at least get to see. Hopefully, right? Queens and, yeah, jacks I'm usually calling with. It's worth seeing a flop. And tens also. Nines and eights, you better probably be in good position. And then, I don't know, sevens can go either way. Sixes and down, been trying more and more not to play them. Oh, turn set. River flush. Flush is good. Oh, we won't see what he had. He's been interesting, and he's doesn't have a lot of money now. What else? What else we got for you? So that's my strategy. Runs, obviously. As far as connected cards, um, obviously the more suited, the better. Meaning like single suit or double suit. Um, Top gaps are bad. Middle gaps are okay. Bottom gaps are good. There's really only three gaps because you got four cards, right? So it could be like king, jack, 10, 9 for a top gap, uh, queen, jack, 9, 8 for a middle gap, then jack, 10, 9, 7 for a bottom gap. Top gaps, from what I remember reading, I didn't study for this session, or I didn't, memorize it for this session. Top gaps, I don't know if they can make the nets. They probably can in one or two combos, but or one or two circumstances. But top gaps can make the nuts less of the time, while you'll still have you'll have your, I guess, your 13 card straight draws, your 17, whatever. They'll still be out there, but the number of them that actually end up making the nuts is lower than if you have, say, a bottom gap or no gap at all. And obviously, you don't want to be oversuited. You don't want to have three hearts and one spade. You want to have two hearts, two spades, ideally, or two hearts, a spade, and a diamond. That's fine. Kind of like this, except the bottom gap. It's not technically a run. So that three is kind of garbage. So we'll just throw it away under the gun. And these are the things I need to work on. And I found maybe with global, maybe because the software is a little slower, and sometimes just the gameplay is a little slower because global. I mean, they say Ignition's supposed to be like a casual casino, like that's supposed to be that anonymous, like recreational atmosphere. I do find that a lot of competent players do play on it, especially since the games have a reputation for being soft. So there's inevitably going to be good players. There's going to be bad players, but that's like any site. So Ignition, I'm in more for like the polished nature of the software and the amount of games that they have and variety. Yeah. In Hold'em, Ace King, you bet it all day. But here, no. Now we pick up a gut shot. I don't know. We can kind of name our price a little bit. Go half pot. See, yep. Might as well pick up the money when you can. Aces and sevens, single suit. And now we're out of position against one player. So much for the site being super loose. Why couldn't we get every other hand every other hand it's like pot it to 85, pot it to 2, whatever that is, 76. It's different every hand, but pot it to 2 something. Nope. Or it'd be more. It'd be like 3. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's a hand we'd be just trying to get it in. Equities do run a lot closer in this game, as you know. Ooh, flopping trips. But see, the problem is, if someone has Jack 6, we have no way to improve. Except for undercards there that don't really help. oversuited there. New player did not get cards, so we're actually last to act. And we didn't flop anything anyway. So I guess my goal is obviously to win money here for this session. But I think I'll consider it a victory if I don't lose more than one bullet, which is sad, really, to think of it that way. If I can play this whole hour, let's say if I can just play the next hour on this one bullet and still have some money left from said bullet, I think that'll be fine. That'll be a win in my book. We'll get some content out there. We'll try some things out. My ultimate goal is just to get better, keep studying, study certain spots. Probably the best way to do it is just by playing on Ignition. What I probably should do, and this is almost like a confessional when I come on here, but I'll play like on periodically on my phone, like at lunch or during breaks at work, play a few hands for a few minutes here and there, and it's something where I am trying to improve, but what I should probably do is do things like this, like sit in front of the computer at night once or twice a week, play for an hour, and then review the hand history and go over it and kind of figure, like, maybe have Google up and try to figure out what to do in certain spots, or have a few chapters of a couple strategy books ready to go. Trash. But no, being the degenerate that I am, I try to play a little bit here during the day on the phone. And that is another thing I like about Ignition too. And like, I should play more on global because the rake back is phenomenal. And as long as I just break even at global over the next, we'll say 3 months, I should have like close to $300 in rake back just by, I mean, it's all relative, and I might move up, I might move down. Like I'm playing like anywhere from $10 buy-ins to $20 buy-ins. Once in a while, I'll punch up to 50 and try to like take down a massive pot. I did that once. I took down like a $30. I turned 50 into 80 in a big pot, and then bounced. And then another time, I turned 50 into, almost turned it into 80 again, or like 90, and flopped top set of aces, and then got wrecked by a backdoor straight draw. It was so brutal. So brutal. But had I won, I probably would have stuck around and lost the rest of it anyway. I guess double suited ace queen, can we call it that? And we don't connect in any way whatsoever. Our side cards weren't great, but they, an ace suited, a queen suited, an ace queen kind of holding. I guess it was worth seeing a flop, but you really have to nail it. Like the deuce and the seven kind of sucked, but it suited my ace. Thank you to all of you out there who are attending. We could definitely use a pot. I don't want to get out of line. I want to make the right plays based on the little that I know about the game. But yeah, Ignition. Oh, so global. Yeah, if I play like, if I could, like, if they had probably a better mobile experience, and it's not bad. I played on my tablet, and it doesn't. I have a Samsung tablet, and I play it on Chrome on my tablet, and it's just not. There's a couple things about it that are off, and it froze up on me the other day, and I don't know if that was a tablet or the site or both or whatever, but it was kind of tilting. The desktop side for global is fine, but they could use an update. And I say that probably about every site, so don't think I'm just ragging on global. I have my criticisms for every site that I play on. So, um, global, yeah, global's fine. But yeah, it's tough to play on on a mobile type device, which is probably a good thing in a way for me, and I probably should do less of that. But they also say, yeah, they'll finish up on global. I should probably just make it just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna play on the desktop. I'm gonna schedule a couple nights a week to do it, and I'll just play. I'll just instead of because after like this semester at Foxwoods, this is tier semester, and I lock up my Vegas hotel um, through my gold tier. After I do that, I'm probably gonna play live less, maybe cut it down to like every other week. Because I feel like there's just some weekends where it's like you do that, but then you got like two things to do on Saturday and Sunday. You either have to do stuff around the house, you get something else going on, and then it's like, oh my god, I'm exhausted. What? How? I need. That happened a couple weeks ago. Where? Well, what was it? Oh, I was up doing. No, you know what? I kind of shot myself in the foot here. All right, we're gonna play this. Man, it's probably like I'm too early in position to fold it, but I think overcalling is fine. I think you see a lot of that in PLO because just there's less and less three bets. Yeah, but yeah, no, it was a couple weeks ago when I made it to the final table of the Bet Online tournament. I was up. Oh, I should have known. I should have seen that. All right, let's see. Well, we can call that Ace of Diamonds. Nope, we just hit our set. All right. I mean, I think we just pot it, right? Now we got a boat. We might scoop this. That's pretty cool. All right. Now we got kings. Turning that set and rivering the boat was probably the best thing that could have happened there. And now we flop open in a straight flush draw, and we have to pot it because we're not at we might not be ahead. We miss with that eight. I think the river can kind of help us, so I don't think we need to barrel it again. And he might have hit a straight. That's pretty good. I'll accept that river. Do we just min click it? If he's got an ace, he might. I don't know. 3/4 pot. Yeah, I think getting another $10 out of him could be all right. Yeah, you're not gonna get a lot of calls there though if he doesn't have King Jack or I mean that might be that's like a bet fold spot for a set because I had because the hand that I had kings with a jack. The holding that I had kings with a jack is I raise pre. I check back turn when like I didn't connect. Makes sense. My line was fairly obvious, but we had to go for some value there. So what am I saying? It's my latest. It's my latest poker. Oh, we would have flopped. We would have rivered a boat. Is it any good though? Oh man, I don't think there's no way we needed to be in there though. That I mean, it's a good fold, right? I'm not. No, I've gotten angry over folds before. That's not one of that I should get angry over. I had one. I had one that I'll try to remember to tell you about. We'll get to it. It involved was on my lunch walk and it involved kings. But stay tuned for that. But the rake back on global is fantastic. So what I should probably do is carve out like an hour, not every night. Carve out an hour 3 nights a week. Still spend time with the wife. I'm not saying we can't do that, but maybe we watch an episode of a show, and then at 8:45 or 9 o'clock, I say, you know what, hun? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in the office. I'm gonna play poker for an hour, and I'll go and I'll play some PLO on global, and I will make. I'll play the $20 tables. I'll budget. I have almost 200 sweeps in there now. But play the $20 games, and the weird thing, the $20 games, at least during the earlier hours of the day, um, the $20 games, they're just so sporadic. I don't know what it is. Like they're there, and then there's never any open seats, and then there'll be a couple open seats, and you get on the table, and then in a minute or two later, like everybody's gone. They're just like, nah, we're out. I don't know if like people use the $20 as more of like a waiting for like a $50 game. I don't know. I feel like you could jump into those at any time. So I guess I'll end up mostly playing $10 games on global, which is kind of frustrating because I feel like I could hang with like a 20 to 30, like a $25 buy-in like Ignition. So that's why I like playing on this site better than global as far as gameplay is concerned. And I have to, I guess, figure out which one I'm going to play more. And I could play both, I guess. Like what? There's nothing wrong with splitting the time. Ignition, I feel like is better to learn with because the skill level, I don't know. I think it's a little bit better, but it's a better presentation. It's just kind of easier, and you get more hands, and it doesn't stick, and it's easier in the eyes, I guess. Where global's a little bit rough for PLO because like there's just, I mean, the game's a little more spread out with. I don't think we need to push the issue with the power of low cards here. Global, just like all the numbers are the same, they're kind of jumbled together, and it can stick sometimes depending on the desktop seems to be a little bit smoother, and it could be my phone is old, and it could be because I have the lowest, the cheapest Samsung tablet out there. So, but I just found the Ignition to be not true in all cases. For some of their free rolls, which there is a free roll tonight on Ignition. We are, I think we're signed up for it. Whatever. That's kicks off at the same time as the satellite, but I feel like it's a tweener. It's disconnected, so it doesn't. I better flop big, but the table's kind of slowed down. Yeah. So yeah, at the beginning. So it's this guy. He's the guy. So I'm gonna have to. So I can't limp under the gun unless. Oh man. Well, sixes kind of doesn't make that much as strong, but yeah, I block straights, but not all of them. All you need is three in a piece. But that's fine. We're in good shape here. Wheel. Check fold. So what am I complaining about now? But yeah, global. I should still make it a point to sit down in front of a desktop and play there too, because the rakeback is just so good at 30%. So what I kind of want to do, I have like $25 in rakeback in there now that I just cleared out and started fresh for when I started PLO, and I find that it does accumulate quicker, at least in my experience, than it does. But I guess I play a little bit higher. Like I played the $20 games, where I guess with cash I play mostly the $10 games with no limit hold'em. So what I want to do, because I'm into that site for $260, what I want to do is build a rake back up to 260, cash it into my account, and then cash that out. Probably still have to get verified to do that. Whatever. I haven't attempted to cash out yet. That hasn't been my goal. But if I can just kind of keep, got almost 200 sweeps in my regular account. If I can play $10 and $20 games, I shouldn't run out of that money before I reach 260 sweeps, because it's been only like a week and a half of playing. So if I'm making, let's just say conservatively $50 a month, 3.5 months, I'll have 260 sweeps, and that, ooh, turned a boat for this guy. Tens were good to us earlier, but that three of spades just kind of sucks. And we have an aggressive player to our right, so I kind of want to be able to flop really big against him, and that three just takes away so many straight draws. We missed anyway. Again, tens are usually worth seeing a flop, but I feel like with an aggressive player, if we were being the aggressors or if we were just limping on the button, and I've been trying to limp as much as possible because I've just been trying to not, not blow pots, even though I'm sure there's spots where I should be doing it and I'm losing. Either I'm limping, like I'm, kind of spewing away money by not taking control of the pot, or like I'm leaking away because I'm forced to fold in more spots, or because I'm not maximizing my equity. So that's the play with global. I should just try to get to a place where, I guess if I just dedicate like a couple hours a week to global, I might slow down, but who cares? Whatever. So it takes me a little longer to get to 260. My goal is to do that and then cash that out, and then if I still have, let's just say $100 in my account, but I'm even on the site, that's pretty cool. I think that'll be fine, and then I can, either keep playing that. I'm gonna play some MTTs too while I do all that. Like I'll play, like I got still global for like MTT streaming. I'm gonna play the main event on Sunday. That I should have been telling you guys that. We're gonna play the satellite tonight for the main event Sunday. We'll go over that more, I guess, in just under an hour at 9:05 p.m. 9:10 for you folks on a 5-minute delay. We will be taking part in a $25 satellite. Oh, excuse me, 25 cent or 0.25 sweeps coins satellite into the $11 micro main. I'm going to call it the micro main. I believe it's called the Thunderstorm. It's, I'm going to get it up. I don't even know. I should just have it up on my desktop here. Let's do that. We don't need to. Okay, we can do that. We'll log out on our phone. And, yep, log out. And then we can be in. We also should, a little tangled up here. Probably should have a better way to, it's a very long cord, which is fine. We could use it. But we should also confirm, I want to make sure I'm at least signed up for the free roll that's on Ignition. Because it is, we play on the site. We flop a really weak flush draw. And a pair. Now we have an open-ended straight draw. Like, I feel like these small pots, we should just, somebody just bet and let's just end it and move on and get more cards. But, I don't know. The river could get interesting. If, a deuce comes off. Or he could already have maybe eat with 5-7, but he didn't. So I want to make sure, actually, I'll do that on our break. I'll make sure we're signed up for the free roll on Ignition. The desktop, the website, it's like the web client, I guess I'm using. I didn't download the application. I'm trying not to do that with any poker site. It's all I'm on Chrome with Ignition, and on an Edge I am on Global, and then Bet Online I think was also, it's also Edge. and they all work just fine. They all work like the desktop site. The only difference for me, well, global. That's all it. I've never seen. I've never seen. I think it's all online. It's all on the mobile client. Bet Online looks pretty similar, if not the same, to the desktop application. Really didn't notice any differences there. Global Ignition in Chrome is different because you don't get the lobby, like you don't get the homepage that they do. It's like the mobile client. It's fine. You can find everything, and it's but then like when it comes to playing, like it doesn't pop up in a new window, which maybe there's a way for me to do that, and I'm just an idiot. But it pops up in the same window, so and I can't if I want to pull up another table. That's how I have to look up games like, but I can't like be at a table and then have like the lobby. I gotta pull up a new table and it doesn't come up in a new browser, so it's all like right there. I don't know. I'm complaining. There's probably a way to do it, but that is the one thing. The desktop app for Ignition probably overall is slightly better, just for that. So maybe I'll figure out a way. But I kind of like running clean here without having to download anything. And I kind of just want to keep this desktop that way and have nothing else on it. That'd be so cool. But whatever. We have other computers in the house. Mm-hmm. So we'll make sure that we're signed up for the free roll. Not much to talk about in this PLO game, but I mean we're holding our stack pretty good. That's awesome. Let's make sure we're in the Satty, the satellite tonight. We'll filter everything else out. Micro in a minute. No. Um, Satellite to Thunderstorm main event. We're gonna register for that. We're gonna make sure we're in it. I mean, I guess we didn't have to, but we're gonna have it up. So we're looking pretty good in PLO. Um, uh, in to compare the two, we talked a lot about global just now as far as breakback and games offered. Ignition is better as far as games that you don't always get to a full table because it is PLO. It's not like Hold'em where just everybody's playing it. PLO, sometimes you have to like you get sat down at a table of only one or two other players, or you have to wait. You have to wait for a seat to get moved to another table, basically. But it doesn't take a lot of time. A minute might seem like forever, but really that's the most it takes, the longest it takes to get onto a table. So, and they have a lot of different like stakes that have players. Like there's tons of players who play the $5 games, and they're just there, you know. I feel like I do okay in those. The $10 games, I don't know what it is. I can never get anything together there. But and I'll tell you, I was playing a $10 game on a lunch walk last week, and I forget my total exact holding, but I think I had kings and a 10, and I think it might have been like king king 10 8. That's fine. Suits don't really matter here. Flop comes queen jack whatever, or queen jack 5. I think I checked it. I don't think I potted it pre or something, and then I. Oh man, I can't remember now. Shoot, I should have looked this up. I definitely raised pre, whatever. I got called. I think I have 3 bet pre, but I got a call, and then the flop was queen jack 5, and I want to say I bet it and then got 3 bet and
there was a call on the 3-bet, and it was came back around to me because I think I was in the cutoff and the button like 3-bet, and then it was a call, and then I just folded it. And or no, I checked it. I think I checked did I check the flop? And I let the other guy bet it, and I let the guy behind me bet it, and then there was a call, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go after this one. I'm in the middle, and but I had an open ender with the king, and then pocket kings. So I it was probably suits weren't relevant really, and it was probably just enough to call because it wasn't a huge bet, but it was like I bet two. I did or did no, I bet. I don't know. Shoot, I'm screwing up the hand. I have to look it up. Anyway, I folded to aggression, and then the turn comes the king, and I'm like, oh no. I just hit top set. I think it got in, and then it got in right there, and then it was a set of queens versus, um, I think a straight. Somebody hit a straight on the turn, like 9-10. It was queens versus 9-10. It was a 5 on the river for the boat, and my king's full would have beaten his queen's full, and I would have won a $15. I would have made 15 more, but I would have won what was out there as a $15 pot, and it was just so heartbreaking. I was steaming about it the rest of the day, but in hindsight, I was like, it was a right fold. I was behind it. I was up against set, but I still had the straight outs and the two outs, so it was like 10 outs. Um, it was like 10 outs, but if the board pairs and I don't, and like so it wasn't. I don't know. It was close, I think, but I think it was just so like it wasn't a lot of money. It was like another $3, and I just kind of wanted. I had made money up until that point, I guess. So I just kind of wanted to not lose money, and which I know is not right. You're not supposed to do that, but I feel like it was an okay fold, like a snug fold. But then to see it, I was like steaming about it the rest of the day. But I was like, it was right. I was up against the set, so I had to. I really only had two outs, and it just happened to hit one of them. So really, that's how I had to look at it. Or maybe not. Maybe just because he actually did boat up doesn't mean like in all runouts he's gonna boat up. You know, we're just gonna. I see like we our wave of hands hit, and now I like kind of just don't want to play until we reach the satellite, which I know is boring. No, we're gonna play pots when we can here, but we just haven't really gotten anything in the last few minutes. But when we do take a break, I will make sure I'm signed up for the ignition satellite. Sometimes it kind of takes a few minutes to get going because there's so many players, so it just kind of like you don't really get sat at your table until like 90. It starts at 9:05, but like 9:07, 9:08, and it kicks off for you. But whatever, it's a satellite, and you get plenty of chips. So we've got a suited ace king. Kind of would like it honestly better if it was the suited ace seven. Yeah, okay. I don't. Yeah, I don't know what the right play is. I don't. I feel like out of position a call is not great, and we have a. So we block kings. Um, I think we bet it right. See that sucks. That's such a bad spot against an aggressive player, and I can't do it. Is that wrong? Should I have just checked? Should I have just not 3-bet against against an aggressive player? Should I have just called and then check called? Pot control. I have to learn that. I think that was an error. I think I played that all wrong. I think I needed to call in the small blind pre because he's been aggressive. See, I screwed it up. I mean, I probably lose anyway. I don't know. That wasn't a great flop for us. Well, we certainly can lose less money there. Probably lose $5 less. Um, But you know what? This is what we need to do. We need to study these spots against an aggressive player in the small blind with aces, ace king suited, and a 7 hanging out there. So it was a good pair of aces, but not a great pair of aces because that 7 was really messing things up. And I don't like it. I don't, if it's double suited, great. It's then whatever. But like, if it's preferable, if you're only going to have one suit for your aces, have the lower card be suited, I think, because you then unblock the king high flush from someone else. So if you have an ace and a king of spades, nobody can be sitting out there with a king high spade draw. It's just, and a lot of players won't call, like they won't give you value. I probably should be 3-betting this guy more, but I'm playing way too scared. So that's probably not going to be good. Okay. Ooh. A player to act behind us, and we just have like kind of a naked flush draw and a pair of queens and not much else. Yuck. I got to fold this one too. That just sucks. Because, like, yeah, there's no way that's a call. I almost called it to peel. But see, that's what I got to stop doing. You can peel cards a little bit easier and hold them because you can get involved differently. Like, you can kind of dab a little bit here and there. Shoot. Oh, we would have been good. Hate that. I can't commit. I let him win that pot. He's got a low run like that. I'm in fairly good shape. What were my side cards? Yeah, that's frustrating. Oh. I had a 9. Yeah, I had a 9 and a 5. Queen 9 it suited. 9 and a 5. Yeah, I probably could have. It's not a great holding, so I don't know. 3-betting there pre. I guess the fold is defensible, but in hindsight, I probably should have just opened it up a little bit there because he's gonna raise. He's been raising every hand. So with queens there, I could have 3-bet, and then I could have just kind of stayed aggressive on the flop, and he might not have even called it. What did he have? It doesn't show. What did he have? Oh, annoying. Yeah, of course. Okay. Not much here. That really doesn't help us. Yeah, we didn't connect. We didn't have really many ways to improve. Um, so we're still okay. We're still in good shape. We're still profiting. But the player to our right has really caused some disruption, and maybe a little bit too, as I've been focused more on like hoarding and protecting my stack and not really getting too gambly. But we've missed a couple opportunities. But there's more opportunity to be had. But you know what? This is good. That we'll study these spots and we'll work on these blunders. He does raise every hand, right? and he probably should when he's on the button. So if we get halfway decent cards on the button here, and he raises again, like he opens again, um, I think we consider three betting. And if we have a run, like a Broadway connected run kind of thing, or double suited high cards, or a big pocket pair, that deuce really sucks. Why? Why can't I just get good cards? I mean, a good flat. Although the small blind's been active too, so we might not have a great spot at the table. No, we're okay. And of course the deuce connects. Mm. Hey, we're okay. We got a good amount of chips, and we can find a good spot to. We should be. That's what we should do for the next half hour. Is really just he's got plenty of chips, and so do we. I'm saying he player to our right in sixth seat, Mister Aggressive here. He should. And maybe we're putting too much focus on his play, but he's controlling every hand. And the player to our left is gambly too. I kind of don't. Well, I don't want to see six knock. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I want a tighter player. Maybe I want six to like just take all his money. Okay. I think I need to replay that one because we have trash there. I need to figure out how to work. Okay, king 5 4 three's full. Oh, he didn't show, or did he? They both open up, right? Why can't I see it on the history here? Okay, well, whatever. This one had a pretty good flop, top and bottom. King high flush draw. I'm just trying to play good starting hands and trying to think through them. Um, I really want to like have something good. We would have gotten there. Yeah, yet again. We keep folding winners, but I gotta stop that. I gotta cut that out. I'm just trying to play solid, good starting hands that can flop well. Um, because we have a fairly aggressive table. At least we know who the aggressors are. I just don't want him to like spew all his money away before we get some of it. I'll take $20. That'd be great. We might have scooped if we played those queens, that queen 9 3 or whatever holding, um, or 9 5. I don't know. Like we would have hit. We would have rivered our flush. If we were playing aggressively, we could have probably gotten to the river. I think did we pick up a straight draw on the turn or not? No, it was a 7 on the turn. It was nothing. But I think the turn slowed down. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I might have, if I was the aggressor, then I might have gotten checked too, and it could have like we could have gotten to a river cheaply, in theory. Maybe not. He's aggressive. Maybe he would have sent some weakness. Yeah, I don't know. Boop 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 doo. That's if I had followed through and c bet like I should have. Oh, he had to reload. All right, so he's got money. That's good. Sometimes players like yours truly will just kind of let my stack go down. I don't auto top off. I don't like that can just be so dangerous if you're not paying attention. You could look up, go from a $100 balance to a $10 balance, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa. Or you, I don't know, maybe do it after you get below a certain level, like below 10, whatever. I hope he just pumps money into the table, and then we can just like get it in for full double ups. That'd be so sick. Just have to be careful. Like we want money on the table. We want. I don't mind picking off small stacks, but we want to maximize when we get the nuts. I should have posted. I should have just had it in text. I should have just put my strategy. Wait for the nuts, get paid. Unfortunately, waiting for the nuts has probably cost me a buck or two, but that's okay. We're winning money. We're playing poker. We're in good shape here. One cool thing about the satellites, they're 25 cents. They give it's a 10 seat guaranteed. They're $11 tickets to the micro the satellite to the thunderstorm main event, which is Sunday at 6:30. It's 11 sweeps buy-in, 11 coins, and it's 15,000 guaranteed. Kind of cool. But they're doing it for 25 and the 20.25 or 25 cents and 10 seats guaranteed. So that's 110 worth of tickets, which would be 440 players to like meet that and exceed it and hit the guarantee. But the ones I played in are like 130 people or like 101 the other night. Like they do two a night at 7:05 and 9:05. One at 7:05 I feel like it's a little bit more, but the one later might be 100. It's a great value. And if you're one of the top, so if there's 100 runners, there's only 37 signed up. It starts in like a half hour. So it'll get over 100, but we're not suited. If we had a suited ace with those sixes, that just wasn't the spot. And we still have some time. We're going to play this, for a little bit here. But so it's a good see then what do I do with that ace because he's going to bet it. Now I wonder if he's acting so aggressive because he knows the player directly to his left is going to fold most bets, so he's just like free for all. And if I were to 3-bet him, how would he react? I hope we get a hand so we can tell. It's like this whole vlog is just building up to me like 3-betting this guy. I just got to do it, right? I could flop well with something like this. Is this a spew? Is it too much? Am I losing my patience? Be better if it was like ace-9 suited, but here we are. Here we go. I think we just pot it. He might call light. Yeah. He's just been so aggressive. Is this a punt? Oh man, that doesn't feel good. Oh man, we were good. How are we good there? Wow. That is a nice one. What did he have to lower two pair? 8-7? I'll have to look at the replay. That was sick. He must have had 8-7, right? Because it was 6-9, ace-9, 6-9, and then it ran out 8-7, didn't it? We were good. I'll have to look at that. No, I had an 8. That was a deuce. 6-9. He had 8-7, and he hit. He had it. Oh, 6. He had 6-7-8-9. Yep, he did. He had a wrap. Oops, that's my fault. And we're gonna give some money back this hand. Check fold. Yeah, he showed Jack 8-6-7. So really, he had a wrap. What's that? Is it a 13 card wrap? 8? No. I don't know. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 5, 6. Whatever. 5, 6, or 10. Fold. I didn't love that 7 because like there's different kinds of wraps that could have been out there. It didn't look right. And he still had under a buck that he had to shove in, so it was a little bit of a delay. So it was like, ooh, 7, and then he just didn't quite get there. Okay, let's flop something nice here. Straight. We have the nuts. We'll bet pot. Can we improve on those nuts? Ew. If a queen comes, we're kind of not great. If an 8 comes, we just have this straight. What? Okay, now we have to get it in, right? Wow. Okay. Not bad. Good turn card. I think we just tripled. We just blocked spades, so we were betting with a slight advantage there. I was thinking he had a set. I was just a little bit nervous because we couldn't, our run, the way it was situated with the board, like our run couldn't really get a better straight. Right? Like if a queen comes, we're losing ace king, we're losing to king 10. King 10? No, there's no 9 on the board. King 10, no. We're losing ace king. So it's not bad, but am I still the god of the quads? The quad of the gods? Do, 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 do. So we'll play this for probably about 15, 20 minutes. Then we'll take a little break. I really don't need to overplay. I mean, we've got enough. There's enough money on the table, and there's enough players that know what they're doing. I don't need to just target the guy to my right. He's still in there, right? He hasn't swapped out. I mean, it would say new there, right? He just reloaded 25. Maybe he's just drunk. Maybe he's drunk and he's like, oh, I can do this. I'm just gonna double up one time, but he just keeps like, poof, poof, poof. He's like, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing. That's what I would say. Be like, you don't know how to play poker. I shut myself off from the chat. Not that I was like a big offender, but like, it doesn't really do anything for me. It's just kind of better not to have it there and focus on the game. It's not like I'm interacting with an audience. You're welcome to send me a message in the chat, and I will do my best to respond. I only play one game at a time, so it's not like I shouldn't be able to respond fairly quickly. You'll just have to wait for the 5-second delay, a 5-minute delay. Oh, Global has logged us out. I don't know why. They usually maybe this is a setting I have. We're oversaturated there with spades. Whatever. We're back into Global. Only 46 entries. So yeah, 440 would be the number for the overlay. It's nowhere close to that. Oh no, I'm in the wrong one. Whoop. Yeah, SC. No, that's fine. No, I'm good. Yeah, they're giving away 10 seats. I think they just want people to play the main of the. Maybe they figure it's not because it's Sunday. It's Sunday at 6:30. It's kind of it's. I think it's a good time because it's a 2-hour late reg. We'll talk more about the tournament when we're playing this thing, or I guess we could do it to kind of lead into it, lead into it. But the main event is Sunday. I'm just gonna. Yeah, it's Sunday at 6:30. There's 125 players registered, but that's not relevant. So it's a total prize of 15,000, which of course should equate to 1,500 players. They might not get that, so maybe they're just trying to not have it be like nudge it closer to the overlay, so they're giving away. So they're kind of like giving away tickets at a discount, but you're still getting. I mean, they're still like generating money. I think we can 3-bet this guy, right? We didn't 3-bet him with queens earlier. We have a pair. Hurts a little. I don't want him in there. He didn't have anything, right? This guy had a flush draw. Yeah, if we were heads up, we could have played that a lot differently, but we didn't get it heads up. So we're in kind of a tough spot. So maybe maybe we play conservatively for another round or so because we're kind of not in a great spot on the table. Well, this guy He may leave, and then that might change the whole dynamic. But ooh, and he's really so he's just wow. So he rebought for less than the buy. So this is like his last bullet. Oh man, so this is it. Okay, so do we just kind of like sit tight and let him spew it off, and unless we get, but like, oh man, this guy was a big sack. He left. I mean, we have to call here. All the money left, but I guess that's okay. Let's see. Yuck. Top pair and a backdoor flush draw. Maybe we get a free one. Come on, freebie. Is he just gonna push? It's kind of his best chance, right? Oh, oh. Yeah. Okay. Is it good enough? It's got to be good enough, right? It's good enough. Bingo. So he had a lower flush draw and some straight outs. Hmm. I see that's like the drawback with ignition. I got to take a second look. It's too quick, and it's good. You get more cards, but so he had jacks. Ew. Yeah. Oh, and he had jacks and backdoor clubs. What or did he lead? Did he lead? Of course he did. He led flop, right? I don't feel like playing that. Um, okay. Did he lead? No. Check, check. Oh yeah, there was a check. Okay, so he picked up. He he led turn, but he didn't have a straight draw. He blocked straights, and he had a backdoor. I mean, jacks. Like it's kind of kind of weak sauce there. I'm gonna guess if you're gonna go for it, but all right, we'll take it. Um, that is one thing that I think we can pay pretty close attention to is on this site. I mean, it's not easy to on ignition, but hey, you get on a good table, you start to like learn. I should probably like make a note, like loose guy, fish. I don't. I'll just go with the color there. I don't know what the mouse has. I'll maybe I. So I guess that's good to have one because if he leaves, then that would go right. That note would go. I think this guy's solid. He's eh. I guess we'll take this on. Well, whatever. We'll see how this goes. But we can play for another 10 minutes or so. Play conservatively, see some hands, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll play the Micro Thunderstorm main event satellite. So stick around. That is one thing that I should probably consider when I'm trying to learn this game is like if I'm out on my lunch walk, I'm probably not playing before I go for the walk. I'm probably just playing during the walk. So, and I'm not. When I come back, I gotta stretch. I gotta eat lunch and I got to get back to work. So it's only really a 35 to 40 minute stretch. And I don't want time necessarily to affect how I play because I might just be like, oh, I'm like three-quarters of the way through my walk. I'll just play conservatively. I'll fold to this, and then I lose like some good spots. Like I don't want to play this garbage right now against a raise. I think we've kind of done what we need to do, but we can hang around, see if aces or kings pops up in a good position. So maybe I shouldn't play. I guess I'm just saying maybe I shouldn't play on my lunch walks, my lunch break walks. Um, because I might. I won a little. I think I won a little bit today. Maybe like $15. I was down early. There was a super aggressive player to my right, I believe, kind of similar to this, and it just kind of like I got too involved in a hand early. It was like a kings versus queens kind of situation where I flopped open ended. Or no, I had kings and he had aces and queens. He had like a double paired holding. The aces and suit. Oh, I had pocket tens. Probably should have raised under the gun, but whatever. We have position on him. Oh, well. Hmm. Yeah. It hurts, but we don't have the diamonds. Oh no. Okay. 10-9 for a straight. Yep. Okay. We blocked it. So we would have chopped that pot. Um, oh, we would have hit the queen on the turn. That's yeah, yeah. Did we? But we have won. King, king 10 wins that, right? Oh, we would have lost. No, dang it. King 10 doesn't win that. Queen, queen to 8. We would have chopped it. Well, such is life. We got a few minutes left in us. Maybe see how we're doing at when the next big blind is coming. Suited ace. Oh, he folded. We can actually like play a pot. Well, cool. That deuce sucks. I think we can we'll play to our next big blind here because it is 8:55. Um, been playing for over an hour, so we can get a decent break in here. Make sure you're back no later than 9:05 for the beginning of the um, main event satellite for Global Poker, 15K event. I don't think I think there should be an overlay. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. All right, we'll lock this up, and yeah. So join us in a few. We'll talk about the main event coming up on this Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, where I plan to stream it. One thing may lead to another. There may not be a stream. There should be a stream. So make sure you keep your eyes and ears open this Sunday. But we're gonna take off and say goodbye to these lovely players who we've been getting to know for the last hour plus. We'll lock up an $80 win, and we'll go play a satellite. See you in a few. We are back. Oh, wait. I should just start with that. We are in the satellite to the Thunderstorm main event. 10 seats guaranteed. As you can see up top. So we're 100 big blinds deep. There's 15 minutes of late registration, and also we've got an ignition free roll going on in the background. Where are my settings? Not much doing in the tourney. Stacks plays big blinds. All right. Well, we got ignition going on in the background. The satellite can get pretty loose. We have 105 players, 99 left. So I mean, and only 13-ish minutes left of late reg because it's only 3 levels. It's a turbo. It's 5-minute blinds, and there's 10 seats in the main event. So rolling a quarter up to 15K. Well, first place, whatever it turns out to be. That was probably a raise, but these tournaments are pretty loose. So I guess I'm still in PLO mode. So the Micro Thunderstorm, it's the Micro Thunderstorm series. This is the main event, or this is a satellite to the main event. Main event Sunday at 6:30 p.m. 11 sweeps coins, 15,000 guaranteed. It is 10-minute blind, 12-minute blinds, late reg until the end of level 10, so 2 hours plus breaks for late registration. King, that makes sense. So I normally, as you may or may not know, I normally can't get in here to start streaming until 7:30 at the very earliest, which is normally fine because if you late reg in an hour, like say just before 7:30, you'd have 100 bigs, and we don't need 100 bigs necessarily to start. I mean, it's 15,000 guaranteed. It's not like it's a huge tourney, and it's $11. It's an $11 main event. So again, it's not. If we come in for 30 big blinds, that's fine. Like, I wouldn't want to do that with a big $200, event or 100K guaranteed. I want to play a little bit sooner, or with bigger stack, with more blinds, deeper. But I think we can come in a little later for this thing. So my point being, if we win a seat through a satellite, I think they just automatically register you in it. So I'm pretty sure you're just seated at the table whether you're actually there or not, which I guess it's okay. But I guess rather, I don't know, the question, like, I guess I'll take the free seat. Like, if it's a quarter, this is my third one. No, fourth one. So it's been $1. I played 2 yesterday. Yeah, so spend like $1 so far and invest in this thing. Maximum would be like $3 by the time the tournament arrives. So I'm probably going to end up buying into it. Well, I don't want to have that attitude. I might win this, but I will end up buying into it if I have to. If I win it through a satellite, they're going to seat me right at 6:30, and I'm not really going to be able to jump in until 7:30. So will my stack have dwindled away so much. Because if I just start off with 20,000 and I come in at 725 or 730, I'll have like probably, well, whatever. Let's say I come in just after 730. This tournament speeds up quick, by the way, but you don't want to stack off too early. You could be like in 30th place and have like 15 big blinds in a couple levels, but we'll get there when we get there. So I just got to do quick math, and I should know this. If you come in right at 7:30, you'll have 66 big blinds. So will I have lost by not playing a hand for that hour? Will I have lost so many blinds that I won't have a playable stack or won't have a stack at all? Probably not. I'll still probably have a stack, but I guess if I have, I guess so. It's 66. So if it's 30, if it ends up being 30 big blinds, so be it. I'm in it for less than $3 probably. It's $1 now. So if I get in, we'll basically be saving ourselves 10. So I guess, is it more valuable? Is it worth it to just buy in and have a full stack of 66 big blinds at 7:30, or is it worth it to be in it for $1 but have like 30 big blinds when you log in at 7:30? Well, I guess too, you might as well do it because you could re-enter. I think you could re-enter. Yeah, it's late registration for 2 hours. It's not a freeze out. Well, let's see if there's any other note. No, no. So I guess that's one way of looking at it. If I get in for $1 and I only have 20 bigs when I sign in, and I end up stacking it off, whatever. You just rebuy. You just rebuy for a full stack, and you get 66, and you're good. And you were gonna buy in anyway, so I guess so. Yeah, we'll win the satellite seat. We'll kind of take it from there. We'll plan to fire off that and another bullet. I think that's fair. I think it's probably the best way to do it. And then we can try to run it up a little bit early, like get aggressive, and maybe we just like triple our stack and we just smash the thing. And I guess it's good content because this thing isn't going to go all night. Stacks are going up, blinds are going up in another minute. Um, yeah. So that's what we're looking forward to Sunday. I am like 80% sure that there will be a stream. I guess another option too, if I get in with the ticket, is it's 6:30 while while it's after dinner, playing with the kid and the wife, or we're watching. Well, we don't watch TV after dinner, but I guess I could, or watch, because I'm required to sit in my daughter's closet while my mom reads her bedtime stories. I don't know why. That's just, she freaks out if I don't. So while I'm here, cool. But I could play a little bit. But really, is it worth it? Because it's really, what is it getting me in another 5 minutes on a 12-minute level? So at that point, I might as well not be doing that. We would have rivered a straight, but it might not be good. Or it might be good. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. Jack eye straight. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's good. Not bad. Dude just called it all off. I mean, people do look at it as like it is 25 cents, and we could re-enter if we bust in the next 5 minutes. I don't plan to. I guess we could. I don't know. What is do we have a lobby? Yeah. We're on level 3 right now. We're about to be. Yeah, we are on level 3. A full stack 2,000. Nope, 2,000 divided by. Yeah, so we are actually right at a full stack. I'm kind of sick of sitting around and watching. We have 30 bigs. We can mix it up a little bit. I don't think that's a C bet. I think that's a total whiff. We don't really have any outs. Well, they both just snap checked. Overplay, total overplay. They showed a lot of weakness, though, the two of them. Just auto checked. I really don't think he has anything. Oh, that blows. Well, we were too ambitious. We were right on the flop, wrong on the turn, and now, well, at least they're moving us. 20 bigs. Let's go. It's almost like having it. So we had such a good PLO session. We won $80 on Ignition. Phenomenal. Like, couldn't have run, really couldn't have hit any better. We were in a kind of a good spot. It was kind of a weird spot because we were in between two fairly aggressive, gambly type players. But when we got the hands, we took full advantage of them. Guy to our right called off a couple spots way too wide when we were too strong, or had too much equity. Wow, but yeah, we had a good we that's encouraging. Maybe we do something like that more regularly, and it's easier for me to do it. I get do that. I don't want to just abandon tourneys. Tourneys, I guess I should probably save for the weekend when I stream, and I don't have to be up early the following day. Still up early either way, but like don't have to be. Ace King takes it down. But cash is good because I can play for an hour to 2 hours and just log off when I feel like it. And if I need to end at 9:30 to wind things down for the evening, we can do that. Should I maybe look at doing dual two tables? Um, I don't know. If I have them both up in front of me at the same time, that could work. Um, so I should look into that maybe. Because I tried to play two tables on my phone and it wasn't even two hold'em tables. Oh, I totally forgot we have a free roll going. Oh, shoot. Totally forgot about the free roll. Well, whatever. We have 22 bigs in it. I think I'm just going to go all in because I don't really feel like focusing on two things at the moment. But, oh, we hit a 3. Oh, we're losing. Yeah. Okay, we're out. Oh, that's fine. Um, so yeah, so we had a good night on Ignition. We had a good day on Ignition. Good couple of days, even though at times it didn't really feel like it. We should. Oh, I should check out my points. Oh, I'm still up here. Not that I need to be telling the world what I have for Ignition rewards, but okay, we got queens. Um, I don't think I needed to rip it there for 20 bigs, right? Maybe I should have. Um, be nice if Maddox is tilted. Just decided to get. Oh, that's perfect. That's absolutely beautiful. It allows me to reopen. Oh, oh, it's so brutal. And I don't know. Do we have time to rebuy? Oh, we're done. Can we? Oh no. They just shut. I think they must have just shut off. Um, yeah, late reg is over because that clock was at 0. Oh, and that was the last hand. I feel like we should have been able to rebuy. All right. Well, had a good day at the PLO tables. We will take that as a win, and we will finish the day up 80 bucks on ignition. I'll try to keep satelliting, but we'll tentatively plan for Sunday around 7:30 p.m. for the global main event. Killer with Queens there. We had him. We played that one to a T, and it just can't hold in those spots. So all right, well, until